Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Hey Praveen Garu, hey Amrit, how are you? Alok here. Good morning.
Good morning, Alok.
Hi, everyone. So I think we're just about ready to get started. We're going to start the live stream and the recording, and we'll let everyone in.
Give me a second.
Hello, everyone, and a really, really warm welcome to everybody. I'm really excited to be here as the representative of Moonpreneur at the kickoff session for the Young Entrepreneurship Program in collaboration with NRIVA. Today is a special chapter in our entrepreneurship training. A warm welcome to our students, our parents, and our guests. Just so all the attendees know, this session is being live streamed on YouTube and is being recorded for quality purposes. So, in this session, we will be updating you about the program, its structure, and what it brings. Briefly put, the YEP plants the seeds of entrepreneurial skills and shows you that the sky's the limit if you're enterprising enough. Now, without further ado, I would go ahead and like to invite Praveen Tarakamala Garu, an accomplished entrepreneur. In addition to his corporate endeavors, Praveen is actively involved in community service and holds the position of the General Secretary at the NRIVA. This is all yours, Praveen.
Yep. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I'm very glad and happy about this program because myself personally, a businessman, and our president Srinivasrao Pandri was always very excited to bring in these programs so that we can make the young minds to think better and come up with more entrepreneurship. So I just want to tell one good word to everybody. And we've been doing $100 million business in a year. What I learned is there are three important things are required to become an entrepreneur. First one is the passion to become a businessman. And second thing is a little desire. Of course, you want to have some financial achievements. And the third thing is the risk. If you can manage your passion, your risk, and your desire in a balance, that will make you an entrepreneur and a successful entrepreneur. Because many people start the business, but some of them fail because lack of one of these things in balance. So that's primary three requirements to become an entrepreneur. Doesn't matter what you do, start with something when you are young age. Even you sell soda, that's fine. But learn the experience of the customer, how you feel, and write down your interaction with the people you are interacting. And I suggest listen to great videos, audios, and listen to the people around you who made the difference in this organization. And also, I suggest one other thing is if you want to be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, think for the community also. So you need to start giving back. The moment you start giving back, you will have abundance blessings coming from all over the places, not just from your parents, but also from the community. That will increase your satisfaction level and that will raise the bar inside you to build more energy that can uplift the spirit to become an entrepreneur for the community, not just for your family. That makes the biggest difference. That's where NRIVA stands. NRIVA is an organization 15 plus years of wide variety of experience and great leaders who has formed this entity for the benefit of nonprofit. Same time, we want to empower, inspire, impact, and create the momentum that can last in young minds forever. So I congratulate this program and all the wonderful people who are working here. I know a lot of effort going on, and thanks for initiating Amrut and all your team, Ken, and all the good people, Dayakar Garu, and our leadership, Srinivasrao Pandiri, the president, and our president-elect Ramesh Bapanapalli Garu, and we have a wonderful treasurer, Gangadhar Uppala, and myself as a general secretary. And if anybody is looking for any kind of help during this entrepreneurship, if you want to have a case study or you have a difficulty, I am also available to help you guys. And within my limitation, I love to extend my help for any references you guys looking for in terms of building up your team or building up your system or a process or a strategy. I can definitely help you guys to the limitation of my capacity and my experience. So that keeping on the side, I would love to see all of you to raise the bar and become an entrepreneur. And my blessings for these young minds all around the time. Thank you very much, and looking forward working with you all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. And now let us go ahead and welcome Amrut. Amrut is a technology entrepreneur with a background in blockchain, fintech, and home automation. He achieved his first exit at the age of 14 with his edtech startup. In his free time, Amrut is an avid traveler and dedicates his efforts to improving his skills as a race car driver. Welcome, Amrut.
Thanks for the intro. First of all, I want to welcome everyone into the program. We've been building this for some time, thanks to NRIVA leadership, Daikar Birla Padigaru, and everyone. This is a vision to bring entrepreneurship to the younger folks in our community. As someone who started as an entrepreneur very early on, there were certain skills and mindsets that I had to build on my own that kind of held me back. If I had them earlier, I'd be able to push forward much quicker in the early stages of my entrepreneurship career. So this is a program that we built so that if you want to go down the path of an entrepreneur, you learn your skills and you're very much ahead of your peers. I know some of you might not be fully interested in being an entrepreneur yet, and that's totally fine, but these are very valuable life skills to have, and they allow you to view life in a different manner, which allows you to have an upper leg. So, today's extremely competitive world, every skill matters, and these are the skills that make the difference in making yourself a global player. And, I hope everyone really enjoys the program. There's a lot of content to unpack, and we're really looking forward to everyone and the bright ideas they bring to the table. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Amrut, for sharing those inspiring words with us. And now let us go ahead and enthusiastically welcome Alok Jain, the co-founder and CEO of Moonpreneur. Alok is known for swimming against the tide in entrepreneurship, reaches his destination, and his perseverance serves as an inspiration to many. Over to you, Alok.
Thanks a lot, Meher, and thanks everyone. My name is Alok Jain. I'm co-founder and CEO of Moonpreneur. And while several of you may be familiar with me, for those who aren't, I entered this venture when I was looking for things for my own kids. So I got a 12-year-old son and 17-year-old daughter, and they are really inspiration behind the whole mission of Moonpreneur. And really love what Praveen Garu said. So I think just my piece of word, when it's really becomes entrepreneurship, successful versus not, is really, are you sufficiently deterministic or having the sufficient perseverance? That really makes a big difference. Of course, you need to have everything else, but this becomes like really a key differentiating factor. So back to Moonpreneur, when when especially in 3-4 years before when we were starting, when I recognized the gap between traditional education and skills, what are needed for the future, I'm just going to walk you through a few things. really what I was looking for my own kids. We try to fill it through a Moonpreneur. This is just a small effort, and it really brings a tremendous amount of joy to see the trust of organization like NRIVA in us. We have been very blessed to have a lot of association. We work with many IITs, IIMs, several organizations here, and definitely NRIVA just continue to show that we are on the right path. Uh, Especially when we were talking to you guys, our thoughts really aligned. We collaborated in this whole Youth Entrepreneurship Program, or YP, happened. So a big thanks to each of you. I'd like to welcome all of the young learners and their parents. I'm certainly thrilled to have you all here, and um, just want to make sure this learning journey isn't just for the kids alone. I think we love to see parents' participation. There is going to be a lot of things where these students are going to prepare, they will present. And you, I mean, especially this community is very entrepreneurial. So we love to bring you at different times throughout this exercise where the students will present, and we love to collect your feedback. That's how we improve the program. But simultaneously, when you are there with students, it just creates a whole different level of energy. So please be with us whenever possible. And just like to say a big thanks to our esteemed guests for gracing us with their presence in this session. Really a special appreciation to Praveen Thadak Kamla Garuji. He's the General Secretary of NRIVA. Srinivas Rao Pandiri, he's President of NRIVA. And Amrit Pabba, whom we just heard, leading face of the program. What an amazing journey all of you guys have. And I certainly like to express my gratitude to Dave Vilapati. He has been really man behind all this mission, inspired a lot of students and supported us in many, many programs. And Ken Burke for being the pillars of the strength for us. So before moving ahead, I just wanted to, and Meher, if we can get the slides, just wanted to bring a few things, what we are seeing now, and why I mean, the whole entrepreneurial mindset, this was need all the time, but now it just becomes very crucial because we are in a very different time now. We are in this whole industry 4.0, maybe moving to 5.0. This after pandemic, the whole AI like prevalence has kicked in. Everybody was just like, okay, things might happen sometime later, this and that. This is the first time we are seeing International Monetary Fund is announcing that 40% of the jobs are going to be at risk. Especially in the Western world, we are talking about 60%, and emerging world, we are talking 25%. In all this industry revolution, things has changed, but we never saw this big change, right? We are talking 800 million plus jobs changing. So who knows what happened 10, 15 years down the line. But if you look at in near term, the AI is going to kill 85 million jobs, but simultaneously it is creating 97 million jobs. I think our species is extraordinarily smart. We will find a place, but definitely it's crucial that we recognize all these changes happening. Couple of more things. The work from home is going to stay here. In US right now, about 13% of the employees are fully work from home. And there is about close to 30% adapted a hybrid work model. So it is going to stay. Some of the people or employees, they were struggling to even create their place in the workforce when things were in person. And now if you are sitting in front of a screen, how to build that leadership, right? So I think the new skills need to be taught, learn, and that's really our small try. And there is another very big change happening. So by 2017, we had about 57 million freelancers. And the projection is by 2027, this number is going to become 86 million freelancers. I'm talking all the US numbers here. What we are saying by 2027, we are at an inflection point where the freelancing workforce or contingent workforce will become more than the full-time workforce. And you guys are still young. You will go in the job market, let's say after 10 years or so, things are going to look very different. Who knows, the contingent workforce becomes 70, 80%, right? So when you are in as a freelancer, and I mean, my parent generation might have seen maybe 1 or 2 jobs in their lifetime. I'm seeing maybe 5, 6, maybe 8. You guys are going to see 15 to 25, not only jobs changes, but also career changes. And you might be doing more than one job at the same time, right? So it's just very crucial to recognize all these upcoming changes and how to adopt. I mean, there is nothing right or wrong. It's just a new era. And as a freelancer, now you must have a skill, no doubt about it. But then now you also need to have like visibility, authority, and your own brand just to continue to thrive. And this YEP program is going to give some tidbits there. And just recognizing we are in Industry 4.0, everything is rotates around AI, IoTs, big data, advanced robotics. So just learning those skills is crucial. So will not take more time. And really, in this changing landscape, we need to gear up our kids, and so they can help thriving in the future work place. And this is our small try. And we aim to create awareness and prepare our children to be best and equip them with the skills to succeed in this whole evolving job market, some of the data I have given. So thanks a lot, everyone, again. And I'd like to give it back to Mihir, and we'll request him to walk us through the program structure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alok. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. And everyone, so I would like to quickly take you through an overview of what the program is and how the structure is for it. So we have planned a 12 total speaker session, with each session being divided into 2 parts. So the speaker session within each session lasts for 60 minutes, followed by a 30-minute mentoring session. We have also included 3 live scoring sessions where students can showcase their creative ideas, and our subject matter experts will be sharing the session details for participation. These sessions will take place on March 10th, April 14th, and May 26th. Parents, you would be required to participate in these sessions, so we will give you more information on this very shortly. Now, during the live scoring sessions that we just mentioned, we will be evaluating the children's creative side, focusing on their clarity of communication, their engagement and enthusiasm, their content and understanding, their organization of ideas, their creativity, and visual aids if applicable. Now, additionally, children will also have to film a pitch video. This pitch video will not exceed 4 minutes, and the video should be introducing each team member and their role within the team. Right? Now, this video also should be highlighting both the problem statement and the proposed solution for it. Lastly, regarding the attendance, this is important for everybody. Maintaining over 75% attendance is mandatory to be eligible for a certificate. So definitely wishing all the possible students all the best. And also about this, you can go ahead and get in touch with Preeti Kumar, the Associate Director, Customer Success at Moonpreneur, for anything program or program outcome related queries, right? The contact information, as you can see on the screen right now, we will also be sharing the email and the number mentioned in the chat for you to copy. You can get in touch with us that way as well, right? Now, continuing the journey of our glorious kickoff today. Today we have someone whose unwavering support has been key to our growth. Today we have with us Ken Burke, the CEO of 2 e-learning companies, Entrepreneur Now Network and Microcasting Network. So welcome, Ken.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. I'm thrilled to be here today to help kick off this wonderful journey. I have been with many classes since Moonpreneur started. In fact, I remember when Alok first had the idea, we talked about it, and his brilliant leadership and being able to create such an amazing environment for us here of learning and of growth for entrepreneurs is so exciting. And so my little part of it is I'm an instructor as well as a coach and mentor, but I'm going to talk today to you about entrepreneurial mindset, because I think that as you begin the program, I really want you to understand that no matter what you're going to do, as Alok said, no matter what you're going to do, whether you're going to be an entrepreneur, whether you're going to be working for a company, wherever you start your journey, you're going to be an entrepreneur. What I mean by that is about 67% of all of you out there are going in this generation are going down the entrepreneurial road, but the entrepreneurial mindset that you need and the skills that you'll build within this program. And the thing that I want you to focus on is what goes on up here, right? We're going to cover all the technical things, all the, positioning and pitch and all of that. But you've got to also, what's going to carry you through your entire life is this idea of entrepreneurial mindset. And it's required for almost every position going forward, I will tell you. So I want to share with you first the ingredients for a successful entrepreneur. And I think, and I heard our first speaker, Praveen, mention this, and I just want to reinforce this because there's three secret ingredients as I like to think about first, the primary three secret ingredients to entrepreneurship. One is passionate. You got to have the passion, because here's what happens is the passion gets communicated out for everything that you do. So when you're thinking about doing your pitch videos, I want to hear that passion come in from your gut, up through your mouth and out through your, or up through your throat and out through your mouth. Now, you don't have to be as crazy as I am right now by hand gestures and all of that, but I want to see that excitement, because that excitement for your idea is infectious. And that is one of the secret ingredients is that get other people excited about your idea, because the entrepreneurial journey is not just you. It takes a team, a big team, in order to make everything happen. And your job as an entrepreneur is to bring that team in, bring that team together. And how you do that is through passion. Now, the other two ingredients that I want to mention real quick, my key three, is perseverance. That means that you just continue to go. You don't let something stop you. In other words, when you run into a problem, when you run into something that is challenging you, you just push through it. That's what successful entrepreneurs do. They have that perseverance that nothing is going to stop them. And I've got to tell you, I think all of you here today have that, that nothing is going to stop you. And then perspective as well is another one. I always say you have to be in the game to win the game. And what I mean by that is you got to continue to play the game over and over again. When I say game, I mean you got to be on the playing field, just like when you're playing soccer or football or baseball or what have you. You can't play entrepreneurship on the sidelines, right? You're not doing anything. So jump in and just do something. You got to get things moving. Now, I recommend that you do something that's mission driven as well. I think that, hey, it's great to make money. And I know that some people get into entrepreneurship because they want to be rich. And it sounds great. And you know what? Yeah, there is that ability to become wealthy in a lot of ways, to your mind as well as money. But don't do it just for the money. I've got to say, be mission driven. The things that really drive entrepreneurs is doing something they're passionate about, but something they believe in that doesn't just make them money, but gives them that fulfillment as well. So look in your ideas as you go out there and search for your ideas, look for that as well. And I got to tell you, I don't care if you're young or old, trust your gut. What I mean by that is I want to make sure you take feedback from your parents, from your friends, from the people in this program, from your mentors, from me. Take the feedback, but trust yourself as well. So if somebody says they don't like your idea, they just may not be right for your idea. They may not be your, what we'll call your target market. So maybe you should ask somebody else. So I want you to take feedback in, but throw out what you don't like. Throw out what doesn't make sense to you. Throw out what doesn't resonate with you. Go with your gut. An entrepreneurial gut is a very important thing. And I got to tell you, another ingredient is working hard. If you think this is going to be easy, and I know some of you watch videos out there on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and say, God, you know, I only have to work an hour a day and I make millions of dollars. Yeah, no, that's not the entrepreneurs that I'm talking to. Those people are few and far between. Really, it is a lot of hard work. Entrepreneurs work 12 to 15 hours a day. I still work 12 to 15 hours a day, and I've already exited and I've already had my success, and I still work 12 to 15 hours a day on my next great that's an entrepreneur, right? Also, what I call embrace blind optimism. Be optimistic. If you sometimes see things what's wrong with things, I want you to see what's right with things. What can be done? Look at the possibilities, not something that would hold you back. Don't put restraints on you. So when I say blind optimism, I don't mean closing your eyes and just doing silly things. I mean being optimistic about what you're doing, and then always be learning. An entrepreneur consistently and continually learns. What you're going to learn through this program is going to be amazing. Now, I want to make sure as well, and I know most of you already have this trait, but be humble. Even when you're starting to be successful at the entrepreneurial game, you need to be humble, because somebody is always chasing you. Somebody's always coming and stealing what you might want, right? And there are so many examples of this in big companies that even Tesla being one of the coolest companies out there. Everybody talks about Elon Musk, but I got to tell you, he better be humble, because there are people chasing him. And after the Twitter issue, he was so arrogant about buying Twitter and all of this stuff, and he lost his humbleness. And I think that's part of the problem with why Twitter and X now is not as successful as it was. He went in with his ego. Leave your ego at the door. And I've got to also say, live outside your comfort zone a little bit. An entrepreneur takes risks. But here's the thing. I want you to take calculated risk. I don't mean go out there and do crazy things. I don't want you to be crazy. I want you to be focused and take calculated risks, but eliminate the fear, because the thing that's going to stop you in your entrepreneurial journey, and I know all of you right now with that young enthusiasm that you have, if you do have any fears that come up, because as we get older in life, we have more fears, not less. So remember, this is the best time of your life to not have as many fears, and just go out there. And if you do run into a roadblock or somebody saying that's not good, you can't do that, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, I ignore all of that, because you are more than good enough to do the things that you want to do. But eliminate that fear. I will tell you, in eliminating that fear, because fear doesn't exist. It's just another opportunity to learn something. So our biggest fear is our fear of failure. You're not going to fail at this, because you're going to learn not just from this program, and this program is going to get you going on such a good foundation. I got to tell you, I'm so excited for you. I wish I had this program when I was your age. But in addition to that, by eliminating that fear and pushing forward, just know that you're always going to learn something. So there isn't such thing as fear. It doesn't exist. Fear is a figmentation of your imagination. And entrepreneurs sometimes run into this, and they just need to bust through it. All right. I am so encouraged for you. I've got so much more content when my time is up. So I'm going to hand it back. And I can't wait to see you as you go through the program. I might even be one of the judges at the end of the program as well. Who knows? Looking over and reviewing your things. So I hope to see you again.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Ken, for sharing that. I always listening to you is like pumping up everybody and inspiring. So it's always nice to hear that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we move forward, I would go ahead and like to thank Mr. Dave Virlapati. Even though he's not present here today, he has been instrumental to the success of this entire program, and it would not have been possible without him. So yeah, again, we'd like to thank Dave Virlapati, the CEO and president of S2 Tech, for making this program possible with us. And yeah, now I would like to share a couple more things with you all. So let us look at the LMS. So the LMS stands for the Learning Management System. We have built this in-house, and this is the main interface that the students will be using every time you have a class with us, have a session, or anything class related. So all of you would have already received details through email for the LMS, which would include a login URL, your username and password, and some instructions along with it, right? When you head on to the given URL for the login, you're going to land on this page. It's going to ask you for your username and password. Now, when you're logging in for the first time, you will be greeted with our terms and conditions message. Once you read through it and you click on the accept button at the bottom right here, this is going to open the notifications tab. And that is what you'll see when you log in for the first time, right? Any important notifications or alerts will be visible on the right-hand side. It'll pop up. And if your child has any assignment that's due, when is the next session happening, or any other special announcement that you may need to know, will show up right here. And then you can hit the cross icon and then go ahead and close it. Now, this is what your dashboard will look like, where in the middle, you can see this week's sessions. Then you can see past sessions and then next week's sessions, right? In the bottom, you will have assignments due and other resources. So as you look here on the box where it says this week's sessions, right? There's like a little join button that shows up. So this button will only show up 15 minutes before a class starts. Any more time beyond that, like at 20 minutes before start time, 1 hour before start time, it's not going to show. Only 15 minutes or less before start time will you see the join button, and you would be able to click on it to join the session. So when you go ahead and click on this button, it's going to give you a pop-up message. It's going to ask you whether you want to join the class. You click on yes. It's going to give another prompt for video and audio settings if you want to set that. And then if you click on the join button again, you will be led into the waiting room where the instructor will let you in, and you will be able to attend the class, right? Now, obviously, through the LMS, it logs back into Zoom. So you already know what that is supposed to look like, right? Once you join a class through the LMS. Now, coming back to the dashboard, another really important element and feature of the LMS is that you would be able to access past session recordings, right? Regardless of whether that session has been attended or missed by the student, they can access past session recordings, right? If the past session recordings, the font appears in red, this is an indication that your child has missed the class. If it is in black color, then this means that they were present in the class, but the recording's still available, right? Just next to this, the text here, if you see, there's like a bold dot inside a little square. So this is your button to access the recordings of this session and catch up on anything that you may have missed due to being absent, or anything that you want to review again after the class. Let's click on this recording and see what the open tab looks like. So you see, clicking on the recording button opens up a window where you can click on the play button and then start viewing the past session recording. So you'll have a full video. You can go ahead and click on the play button. It's going to play through the entire recording. You can pause. You can change the quality of it, change the volume, fast forward through it, right? Now, let us have a look on the left side here where it says profile, right? You can click on the profile button right here, and you can use this to access two things. Now, the first is your profile settings. If you want to check or change your profile information, like your registered email, your phone number, registered name, all of those things can be altered in the profile tab, right? In the profile settings tab, rather. In the reset password, pretty self-explanatory. If you want to reset your password, which we highly recommend that you do once after you're logging in for the first time, you can head on over to profile, head on over to reset password. And just so you know, the profile settings tab looks like this, and the reset password tab looks like that. Right? Once you're done changing your password, you can click on the green button, change password, and you'll be done with that. Now, let us explore another really, really important tab, which is the schedule tab, right? Now, when you click on schedule, again, you get two options. You can either see the whole month schedule and all the monthly, like the entire classes for the whole month, or you can see that particular day schedule, right? And you can also see past and future schedules right here in the month schedule, right? When you click on this, this tab opens up, and then you can actually see any of the past session recordings as well. So like if a session appears here with the yellow, if it appears yellow colored, this means it's a past session. There's like a little video camera icon next to it. This means the recording for this session is also available, right? If the session name that you see on the LMS, it's not in yellow color, or the icon is not available, then you're probably looking at a future session, right? So yellow color means past session. Now there's like a little teal view assignment block right below the session. So you'll be able to view assignments related to the classes that you have, the take-home assignments and things that you need to submit. You'll be able to have a look at those here. Now, also do note that recordings for all sessions get uploaded within 24 to 48 hours after the session, right? So upcoming and current sessions are marked here in a darker shade of blue. So current sessions actually can also be joined using this button right here. If you directly click on it, 15 minutes before a session start time, the join button that I showed you earlier, you can use that, or you can come on to your month schedule and click on the session name directly to get it started, right? It's the same thing. It'll land you on the same page to join the class. But again, it'll be available only 15 minutes before the start time, right? Now, before we close, I would go ahead and like to open the floor for questions. If parents or students here want to know anything specific about the program or the course structure and more. So you can go ahead and type in your questions in the chat, or use the raise hand emoji and we can have you unmute your mic. If anybody present, anyone's got any questions, please feel free to post your questions in the chat, or you can alternatively raise the emoji hand. And if you want to ask it verbally, you can do that as well. Any questions, anybody? Yes, I can show you that slide again, Rochelle. Shrikotla, go ahead. You can unmute your mic. Yeah.
So what would you want us to like look in before the next class? Like,
Yeah, go ahead, Ruth.
Hi, thanks, Mihir. Hi, Shrikotla. This is all about your entrepreneurial insight and your entrepreneurial journey. So the first session will be on idea generation. So it would be great if you all can prepare with the bucket list of idea which you might have thought, or something. So that is the first class is all about, and you should come prepare accordingly for that.
thank you.
Welcome.
All right, and to answer Rochelle's question, so parents, you would be required to attend the live scoring sessions that we have planned for March 10th, April 14th, and May 26th. Your participation is encouraged a lot here, because it's something that we do with all the parents and students together. And it really helps the children get into the hang of the scoring process, and actually helps them practice their presentation skills as well. So you can go ahead and note down the dates that I've mentioned here. March 10th, April 14th, and May 26th is when we'd be asking you for your kind presence. So any other questions, parents? All right.
Quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're login credentials for this Moonpreneur website, or like, registration required, or like, will you be sending any email with those details?
Yes, so you may have either already received the login credentials, or you will be receiving it shortly after this session today. And it would have a login URL along with some instructions, your username and password.
Okay, so which I have not received, probably I'll be receiving.
So yeah, it'll be in your inbox shortly afterwards.
All right.
If you can drop the email at the rate ELDP@moonpreneur.com, then it will become pretty easier for us, with your registration details, like the name, email ID, and the phone number which you have registered. So it will become easy for us to help you with that.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm sharing the
I've
email again.
shared this in the chat again for
Thank you, Mihir.
everybody. Yeah, absolutely. So if anyone has any questions at all regarding the program or the course, or if you need your login credentials again, or if you haven't gotten it, please go ahead and drop us a mail at eldp@moonpreneur.com, and we'd be more than happy to sort you out and help you with the entire thing. We're also sharing a link for the WhatsApp group that we have. You can go ahead and join that as well for support. Any other questions, parents? All right. If no further questions, I would really like to thank everybody for showing up today and helping us have a great, fantastic kickoff to this entire event and program that we're having. So really, really appreciate you all for taking out the time and making this possible. And we really, really look forward to seeing both parents and students participate with all their heart and soul in the program. Thank you, everybody, for coming in today. Hari, you'd be using the same credentials to log in, and you'd be able to access and see attendance and all those details over there, and teacher feedback. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.